So the goal is actually to sew pillowcases and sell them on a platform like eBay or Etsy to make a lot of money, enough to buy a Juki TL 2300 sewing machine. This is a machine I love, and I'm going to generate the money from just sewing pillowcases. This is a challenge that I took on like 2-3 days ago. But today I decided that this is a very good place to start, which is to actually go ahead and fold these clothes and establish the kind of materials I have, the different colors. I've got quite a lot of materials right here. If you are still wondering, you are not so sure how I came about all these materials, then make sure to watch the very first video. I did explain how I came about having a lot of this cotton fabric, but the goal of this video today is just to fold them up, establish the colors I have, because this is going to determine the kind of offers we're going to be setting up, and then making sure that potential buyers sees this offer and possibly buy them and then begin to count in the profit. While sorting through the collection of cotton fabrics I have, I found this material here. This is a kind of a color guide for me back in the day. It's so worn out now, and I did specify the colors of the different cotton fabrics. I'm going to go ahead and digitize it, make a very high resolution copy of this, and then create a link where I'm going to drop in the description. If you are interested to just see the different colors of cotton fabrics I have, feel free to download it using the link in the description. And the beautiful part of it is that it's going to be for free. I'm going to leave my color guide just by my side here, so as soon as I run into a fabric I am not so sure, I can always go back and take a look at what we've got. But that being said, we're just going to start here. This is forest green. I mean, I call this forest green because it's so soft and it's not in any way harsh. One of my best colors I have here, and this is very, very soft to touch on. And I think I've got here pink. These are all rest fabrics when I was actually trying to figure out a lot of stuff with sewing, and these were the fabrics that I still, this is right here, pink. Just going to keep it here. I've still got another piece of pink right here. Just going to take that out. Okay, at the end of the day, I'm actually going to sort everything according to the colors I have here. This is red. You look at it, super red, clean, soft to touch on. Later on, we're still going to establish what size of these materials we have, but given that these materials are just here like this, it doesn't really tell well of the goal, it doesn't really tell well of this project. The best thing is when I can actually have everything arranged neatly and clean. All right, that's petrol. In case I didn't mention that, that's petrol right here. And color petrol is one particular color that a lot of people want to have in their homes. Comes out very nice if you buy it as a pillow cover. And this here, this is lilac. Very beautiful color as well. A little bit on the dark side. If you are somebody that likes dark colors like this, then lilac is something that you want to consider having. I'm going to keep that here. And this actually is a small piece. I think it's wine red. If you look at it, it's not so sharp if you compare it to the red that we have here. I'm just going to bring it out. And that's red and that's wine red. The difference you can actually see. I hope the camera catches that correctly. But sometimes fabric tend to have a different color when they are photographed. Here again, pink, just like we saw earlier. Beautiful, beautiful cotton fabrics. And one beautiful thing about cotton is that they are actually very different, many colors of cottons that you can choose from. This is light blue, is one of my favorite colors. Light blue is something that goes very well for pillow covers. If you want to actually experiment with that, feel free to do so. And this is cream white. See that? It's not so sharp like white, it's like off-white. And this also comes out very clean if you make it into a pillow cover. All right. Don't forget, this is cream white. There's every possibility that on camera, the colors might look a little bit different than it actually is on real life. This is lilac, one more time, and I've got quite a lot of this. You see there are quite a lot of yardage here. This is going to be something that we're going to sew into different sizes, hopefully. It's going to stay here, and I've got again petrol, quite a lot of them. Petrol, is one of my favorite colors. This is anthracite. If you are somebody that like the black colors, dark colors, you don't want anything that kind of reflective, anything that's kind of shiny, anthracite is something that one can highly experiment with. And once again, we've got here light blue. This is really light and very soft. Blue, like a blue sky, it's something that everybody wants to actually have, all right? Gradually, we're already building our fabric. Everything's going to stay clean like this, because the cleaner I can get it like this, the more I'm able to see what we have. And the more, when we start to list them, it's actually going to be less tedious. The way they look right here, just like everything is so modeled up, you really don't know, you have no idea what you have. And because of that, sometimes when fabric are so rumpled up, you really don't have motivation to actually do anything with them. But when they come out like this, very beautiful, like you see, then it's actually easier to think of a project to do and begin to do something with them. All right, that is green. I didn't really mention this. This is a particular shade of green, and if you observe something, this green is kind of different from this petrol. If you look at it, there are different shades. This is green, this is normal green. I call this actually I think grass green. If you look at it, it looks a little bit like grass. I'm going to keep that here. And then we've got here don't know what that is again. It looks like beige, kind of a shade of gray, like beige. It looks like gray, but it's not entirely gray. If I see gray, I'll be able to compare and contrast it with this. All right, and then we've got here again, this is wine red. Beautiful. It's so beautiful. Luckily, we've got a lot of this. So with all this, I really do think that we are already on a good way to raise a lot of money that we need to bring this Juki TL 2300 to this house. This is orange, my friends. Orange fabric is one fabric. I don't really use it a lot, but for some of you that like sharp colors, like it's really, really sharp, imagine having this on a white bed sheet. This will really make a very good contrast. If this is something that you like, then go for it. I can pretty much advise you on this particular color. So I'm going to put that here. All right, orange and terracotta, they kind of look a little bit similar, but just to put it in perspective, when I get a terracotta fabric here, I know I have terracotta somewhere. Then I will be able to actually show you the way it looks, and it helps you to also put it in perspective, because we're going to be talking a lot about the different fabrics on this channel as well. And if you have this guide, which I highly encourage you to download, it's for free, so please go ahead and try to download it. This is Rosa. Rosa is a different shade of pink. I think the light on this side is a little bit too bright, so it might be skewing the picture, the color. So I don't really know what to do, because I actually need this light to be on my face. Otherwise, the whole image is going to be too dark. But if you look at this, this is lilac. Looks like pink a little bit. Pink is actually a darker shade of this lilac. So I'm going to bring out the pink here so that we can actually see exactly the way it looks. This is pink. And this right here is lilac. All right, okay. So it's a little bit stained here, but I just believe that it's just dust, nothing more, because this fabric, they were actually kept in a very good dry place. None of them were kept where they will be close to moisture or something like that. This is white. It's just a little bit, not so much, but I'm still going to keep it anyway. I really do think that I still have some of the white fabrics right there. All right. And this once again is orange. Still have a lot of this. I believe that this can still make some decent quantities of 40 centimeter by 40 centimeter pillow covers. A long time ago, when I did make this guide on how to make pillow covers, this was the fabric that I actually used for that guide. I did use it because it came out really right on camera. It was so sharp, the color, so whenever I was making photos of the fabric, it was very easy for people to see it. If I had used white or like light blue, then it's going to be difficult to see this fabric on camera. Then I still have here petrol. See, guys, there are a lot of stuffs here, and this was the reason why I actually told myself I'm not going to buy this machine just like that, because enough of just buying stuffs just like that. Sometimes we have to put ourselves under some kind of discipline. This is a very little quantity. This definitely, I don't need this. I'm just going to throw this away. But this was lint green, and this is a very good, very cool shade of green. Forest green, like you saw earlier, is a little bit darker. This is forest green, and this is lint green. You know, sometimes I use these prefixes, forest green, lint green, just to qualify the kind of green that it is. Otherwise, somebody's just going to call all this green, you know. But for me, from the experiment I did long time ago, it's always best if you can differentiate the different colors of this fabric. So if you go online to try to look for forest green, I don't know if you'll be able to find something, but for me, I've just created my own color guide, which helps me. It's not entirely different from the standard that you have out there, but it helps me to put the different colors, to separate the different colors. This, for example, is another shade of green, and this is tannin green. I'm just going to fold this up. I actually have a lot of quantities of this. This is interesting. Leave that there. And I think this again is cream white. Yes, it's cream white. So unfortunately, it's got a little bit of stain right here. I don't know if you can see that, but it's a little bit stained. The problem with white fabric and any fabric that is like on the bright side, like white, we have light blue, is that they easily take up stains. And if you are not careful, if you don't keep them properly, they're just going to be stained up, and you're going to lose a lot of money if you are not careful with storing and preserving your fabric the way they should be preserved. The idea is not to buy fabrics and then bring them home, keep them carelessly, and then they are stained, then you can no longer use them. But even though this is stained, I'm still going to be able to get at least some part of it that doesn't have any stain, and this is what we will be using. And every other thing that we cannot use, we're just going to use it for patchwork or something experimental and so on and so forth. Because at some point in this channel, I'm actually going to be sewing with you guys. These are the kind of stuff, materials that we're going to be using for projects like that. And this is going to be later on the channel. This is forest green. One more time. The main thing is just to first fold them up, and later on I will be able to see exactly what and what we have. This looks like beige. There's a little difference between beige and gray itself. The difference is not so wide. I'm going to actually take a look at that later when I find colors that are similar. I'm going to go ahead and compare it to you guys. This is wine red. If you look at it, it's not so sharp. Looks very, very cool fabric that one might want to have. I'm going to keep that here. All right. And the beautiful thing is that we also have a lot of this. And when we have a lot, that means a lot of money, baby. Beautiful. I found another color here that we didn't see before. This is yellow. Yes, I really did say that this light was kind of skewing the color that you might be seeing. This is yellow. This is gray. Beautiful. And when I say beautiful, I'm actually saying that, yes, first of all, the color is beautiful, but the beautiful thing is that I've got quite a lot of them. And a lot of them means that we can actually sew a lot of pillow covers from this. And when we can sew a lot of pillow covers, then we can actually make a lot of money. This is a premium quality red. Beautiful. Never opened. Have a lot of them. And this is beautiful. And this is terracotta. Yes, we didn't see this color before. This is terracotta. Looks a little bit like red. Looks a little bit like orange. But it's just something in between red and orange. All right. I also like it because terracotta is one. I'm just looking for colors that we've never really seen before. And this is azure blue. One more time. Beautiful shade of blue. Hopefully this should be exactly what will make the difference. And we've got again light gray. If you look at it, looks a little bit like cream white, not entirely like looking like that, because cream white has a little bit yellowish shade. Beautiful. I didn't see this before. This is royal blue, just like you see it. Looking very royal. It's different from marine blue because it's brighter and it's not as bright as the light blue that you have. It's royal blue, very beautiful. Don't know why I didn't see that before. Fortunately for me, I was able to see it and to show you guys. All right, this is the biggest bundle of them all. So I'm going to take that up carefully and put it on the side. And I'm going to go ahead and split this up. Otherwise, it's just going to come crashing down. I already feel that it's about to crash. So the earlier I separate it, the better it's going to be. That was it. I'm so happy that I was able to get to the end of folding this fabric. If this video has helped you, especially in identifying the different colors, go ahead and click on the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Until I see you again, peace.